Manley with Copycat.com. Today I am going to show you how to make some wonderful baked jalapeno poppers. This recipe actually comes from a friend of mine, Fran Feldman. Her latest blog is Fantastic Travels. And when she was here with me in Houston, we made up some fantastic bacon wrapped jalapeno poppers. So I want to show you how to make these because they're the best I've ever had. We're going to start off with some fresh jalapenos. We're going to use 1 8-ounce package of cream cheese. We're also going to use a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. This will give the filling a nice little bit of zest. We're going to use a Mexican blend of shredded cheese. We're going to use bacon. This bacon makes most things better. We're also going to use a little bit of chipotle powder for a little extra kick to give these something extra. So why don't I go ahead and show you how to make these. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do for these jalapeno poppers is we need to go ahead and cut our peppers. So what I'm going to do is simply going to cut the pepper in half. I'm leaving the stem on. Now I'm wearing gloves. If you have them handy, I suggest that you wear them because these peppers are hot and they'll end up in your eyes, on your nose, and on your face, and they'll burn you eventually. So highly recommend the gloves if you can get them. Now, I'm scooping out the inside of the pepper. This is where the heat is. So if you like it hotter, you don't need to scoop this inside out. But I find that these peppers are pretty hot anyway. And I like to go ahead and scoop out the inside so they're not unbearably hot. Go ahead and get all of your jalapenos sliced and get them de-seeded on the inside. So it's time to make the filling for these wonderful jalapeno poppers, and what I did was I stuck 8 ounces of cream cheese in here. And next I'm going to stick in about a cup or so of this cheese. And it really helps to go ahead and use a food processor if you have one. It makes the texture very, very nice and uniform. So I highly recommend using a food processor if you happen to have it. Next comes my special ingredient, and that's the Worcestershire sauce. This gives these poppers a special little kick. And I'm gonna go ahead and add in a couple of sprinkles of ground chipotle peppers. And these are actually smoked jalapeno peppers, and they offer a lot of smoke and wonderful goodness without a lot of heat. So a couple shakes in there, and then I'm simply gonna pulse this together, and we're gonna fill these peppers up. So I have run this through the food processor again, and I just pulsed it a couple of times. You can see this has a really nice texture to it. So now I'm going to go ahead and fill up my peppers. So I'm going to take a little bit and just fill them to the top. I'm going to set them to the side and get them ready for the bacon. So now I'm going to go ahead and roll the jalapeno poppers. Now I'm working with raw bacon. So when you're done with this, be sure to wash your hands because you don't want to cross-contaminate with raw meat. Simply go ahead and take 1 slice of bacon and we're going to wrap it around the jalapeno. Now Fran's recipe was especially good because she was so generous with the bacon, so it's a whole slice. And this also will help the cheese from melting out. So go ahead and complete this till you have them all wrapped up. I'm going to bake these at 425 degrees until they're golden brown. So we just made our fantastic jalapeno poppers. So please be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe so you can see what's cooking next.